They could incentivize roster growth while also putting us into Grand Arena matchups that are a lot of fun. There's no reason that you can't have roster size based matchups in Grand Arena while also incentivizing roster growth. Because the reason they stopped that's how it was for the first 2 years. The reason they stopped it and changed it is because people were cheesing their rosters, basically. AP Gaines was the famous guy for that. He did it. He came out and he was just dominating Grand Arena by keeping his galactic power low. And he was building up the right teams. Revens, Gas, CLS. He was building up the great teams in the era before or right when Galactic Legends came out. And he was dominating. So he would only play against people around his galactic power. He would get to Kyber every time. And I think he went on like 100-something win streak, something crazy like that. He was not losing. And so I guess Capital Games viewed that as an exploit of the game mode, which I don't agree with. And so they went to this new mode where everyone's in the same bucket and you just advance or retreat in Grand Arena based on wins and losses. The problem with that is that you get a bunch of losses and you're dropping down to Chromium and Bronzium, Carbonite and Bronzium, with Galactic Legends on your roster. And people that are playing well down here in Carbonite and Bronzium don't have Galactic Legends or are just starting to get them or whatever. So I really don't... With the institution of Lightspeed bundles, I don't think Grand Arena changes. I don't think people are incentivized to buy or not to buy Lightspeed bundles by Grand Arena. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think that Grand Arena is a big incentivizer in the game right now. And I think you could keep the rewards exactly as they are right now. Like, you could have... Where can I see the Carbonite rewards here? So I think you could leave the Carbonite rewards where they are, or something very similar, and still have people face off against similar rosters while trying to play King of the Hill, basically. You're trying to climb to the top of people that are similar to your roster, and it will be a lot more fun, and you just keep the rewards in the same, Carbonite rewards are down here. When you get to Bronzium, they go up, and you get to, Well, that's wrong. I guess instead of having that, you'd have the rewards based on your galactic power and rewarding it that way, which is kind of like that anyway. It's kind of like, so you're still incentivizing people to gain galactic power. So this tier down here, instead of being a Carbonite, it's just people under 3 million galactic power or whatever. And then this tier is people under 5 million. This tier is 7 million. This tier is 9 million. This tier is everybody above that. And you play against people that are similar to you within, a certain range, and you climb, but your rewards are tiered out based on what your galactic power is. So it still incentivizes you to climb up and gain galactic power in the game, which is what they want. They want to incentivize you to build your roster. They don't want you to be incentivized with rewards to hold your roster back. I think you can accomplish both things while creating a competitive gaming system in Grand Arena or in some other game mode that would really reward people for being good at building their roster and strategizing around the teams of their roster and people who have rosters in the similar galactic power range to their rosters. That's what I think. I really think they can very clearly, they could incentivize roster growth while also putting us into Grand Arena matchups that are a lot of fun. That's what I think. Every extra line of code you add is one more line of code they'll mess up and not fix for months. I get that, Deacon, but, would you rather us take a shot at something that's more fun for the entire community? Or just leave it because coding is hard? I'm not going to take coding is hard as an excuse and just say, oh, don't touch it because coding is hard. I get it. It is hard. I know that every time you put it... But really, quite honestly, They could just unlock the old... I'm sure they saved the old system somewhere. Just unlock it and change the rewards. Just change the reward stacks on it, the reward structure on it. Another tier between Erodium and Kyber, they're probably overdue for that, or another tier above Kyber, you know, so the people in Kyber can climb. Yeah, they're due for another tier in this, but I think that's how you fix Grand Arena. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. It's unfortunate. Then they also changed the system for the Kyber push. Yeah, a year and a half ago, Meathead came out and told us that they were, and Meathead was new at the time, that they were going to reduce the Kyber squish and let more people in over time, and it happened over time.